Stay connected, networking like a cell phone. My goals be yeah. I'm back. But I ain't never left. I'm back on my grind. It stays on my mind. If it don't make sense, I'm harder to find. All right, welcome back to episode 2 of D.E.E.P. You know what I'm saying? Well, we go deep. You know what I'm saying? You know, I was thinking, should I throw some Outcasts on here? My mind tweet. Let me look. Nah, but yeah, that's that Outcast, man. That song dope. But yeah, man, we here on D.E.E.P, man, as I journey and go into episode 2 of Black Mirror. We're still on season 1, so if you was wondering what season, we're still starting it with that. And this episode was called 15 Million Merits. You know what I'm saying? Anyone? Will understand. Yes. This was actually one of my favorite episodes. It's actually aged real good. And then even then, just looking at it, you know, it's kind of like we already knew where we was heading at. As you know, a lot of it could be, you know, predictive programming or just this is just what it is, right? As you see, a lot of us is now semi living Ready Player One. But 15 Million Merits kind of actually had a lot of layers to it. A lot of layers. I may not touch on every one of them, and a lot of them you may be like, oh, you know, you missed that, or you know, you've seen some stuff in there. But for the most part, I've seen touched on a lot of as far as what you can kind of compare life with, you know what I'm saying, with this episode. So 15 Merits actually stars the dude from Get Out. And the dude, man, it kind of just opens up so you can understand what kind of world they in. The dude is actually, every morning he has to get up. And he has to get up and get on the bike, you know what I'm saying? And pretty much that's what, you know, it's kind of like the movie with Justin Timberlake, you know, Out of Time or In Time. So it's kind of like that in a sense where everything that you do costs money, you know. So he over here getting he's brushing his teeth. He got to get the toothpaste. So it's taken away from his funds that he daily, you know what I'm saying, puts in his bank. And, you know, he watches these TV, you know, you got to watch TV. But when he's in his room, I'll get into that too. But, you know, he's in his room and they have ads. So, you know, just kind of like what we got going on now, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a little contrast to that when you look at it, like, oh, got ads going on. And if you want to, but in this sense, it's the, as we say now, you know what I'm saying, the attention is currency, right? So in this sense, he has to pay to skip ads or, you know what I'm saying, get a subscription, right? But in this sense, he has to pay to skip ads. And so he's like, all right, now I don't want to watch this because, you know, they be popping up with some porn stuff or just some stuff he don't want to listen to. But it's on this episode, it's popping up with some porn stuff, you know. Bam, 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 bam. Ooh, baby, you want me? And so pretty much he's like, nah, and it takes, you know, the merits from him. And he goes about his day. So it opens up where you actually get to see how this life is going, you know. So every day he gets on the bike. So it's no different from every day everybody going to work and doing what they do to contribute to the system, right? And so in this episode, that's what they have to do. They have to get on their bike and contribute to the system. What the bike does while they're earning merits while pedaling the bike, it I want to say in that world it helps out with their electricity, right? So whatever's going on, we don't know too much as far as the background in this story, But besides that, they're contributing to saying the system that they're in, and they have the screen that they have to watch. So it's like it's multi-layered. So they got the people on the bikes, but the people on the bikes have to watch TV, or they get to do other things like play video games or whatever the case. And you got your American Idol, what I'm saying? So everybody's trying to get on that. So you got people that that boom from that. And what else you got? You got like some these people in the yellow, they call them blotters or something like that. And as they with the blotters, you got a TV show with that where it's like a game show. They're just shooting at them, doing well, not really shooting at them, but like spraying them down with water and having them do and throwing stuff at them, doing some crazy stuff with them. But actually, when the people on the bike, you got and people in the yellow, the blotters around, picking up trash, and that's their job. So it's kind of like breaking down the world at the end. Like, all right, you got that's going on, you got this video game going on. So it's kind of like hey, in the video game, he's shooting blotters. So it's like they already have. It's kind of like grooming these people to have to look down on people, what I'm saying? That's, blotters, that because they're janitors, which you never should look down on a janitor or anybody that's out here hard working and doing what they need to do. But in this world, that's just what it is. And what else they got going? They got like a lot of other shows that you can go on or tune into. But like I said, while they pedaling, they kind of got their avatar, your in-game purchases, as you can see with these games nowadays, like it means something in the game, but it doesn't really mean nothing in the real world. But you got, saying these things going down, right? Just to keep them occupied and keep them entertained, or just, hey, I'm good. So every day, that's just what everybody does for the most part. Go out there and pedal, and everything costs. So the dude from Get Out, he has a lot of money. He said he got it from his brother that passed away, and as you see, as the story progresses, you see one of his, well, I would say not one of his friends, but just somebody that he sees every day, just an irate guy, and he sees one of his friends pedaling. He's like, oh, that man, he about to, he ain't about to be pedaling no more. Look at him, he break it down, he can't even do it anymore. He about to quit. He about to become a blotter. They're just calling him lazy and all that stuff, like just degrading the guy. And he's like, yeah, he ain't gonna make it. And sure enough, the next day you don't see him over there pedaling. We see him picking up trash. Because everybody got to contribute to do something, right? In this system. So once he actually leaves, some girl comes and occupies, that bike, and this is kind of like where the story, unfolds. So homeboy actually hears homegirl singing in the bathroom, right? And he's like, oh, she got a good voice, so she's singing that, if anyone which is cool song. They played through the whole Black Mirror stuff. If you pay attention, it's like in the background throughout numerous episodes. But she's singing that song, and he's like, oh man, your voice is lovely. And he's like, you should go ahead and try out for this American Idol, their American Idol that they have. And she's like, nah, I'm not that good. It's like, nah, you got a voice of an angel, She's like, you really think so? He's like, yeah. But she's like, well, it costs like, 15 million merits. And he's like, just sitting there. She's like, yeah, I ain't got that money, whatever the case may be. But homeboy, he ends up liking the girl. And like I said, it got many layers, because he got a girl that's been watching him as well, that likes him as well, that he pays no attention to. But he ends up paying attention to this other person, and the other girl gets mad. There's a lot of layers in it, however you want to take it and perceive it. And so he's sitting there thinking about, like, yeah, you should really go ahead and try it out. And she's like, I ain't got the money. But he's like, well, I will give it to you, And she's like, for real? She's like, that's like, 6 months of cycling, And he's like, well, I feel you got a chance. You shouldn't be doing this. And, I'll gift it to you. So he ends up actually, like I said, gifting the 15 million merits, to the young lady. And, they go on their adventure to actually see if she can win this American Idol. So as they heading up, he's like, all right, trying to let her know, like, yeah, I'm really digging you, grab her hand and all that stuff. So she's like, all right, she's digging him too. And she gets up in there, and you get to see all these other talents. So like I said, it's very when you look at it, it's like and you're like, hmm. Like I said, whoever did these episodes, man, they got it. They got some mind. They got a yeah. They got some good. They got a good head on their shoulders. So as they enter the American Idol, I guess you could say, type thing. Multiple people there, and for whatever reason, you see that there's been people that's up there, doing their thing for a while. Some girls just like you got different people doing different talents if you know how American Idol is, and the dude coming in is like, yeah, get the little dark haired lady right there, you know what I'm saying, and he grabs her and she's like, yeah, he's with me, and so they go back there. And they supposed to just do a little preview. She does a preview, take her picture, but then it's like, yeah, let's go ahead and do an audition. But before that, what I'm saying, you get to see that some people that's even been out there and spent that money still haven't got pulled up to actually be to showcase their talents. So one girl's like, yeah, I've been up here for weeks, and she just got up here, and so goes on to kind of give you that like, oh, that insight. And as she goes up, she's actually given like a bottle, right? and and she's like, yeah, something just to take the edge off, And it's like, what is it? I thought it was some juice, but it's like whatever chemicals or whatever they got in there is supposed to take the edge off, right? So as they give her the bottle, homeboy's like, you all right? She's like, yeah, I just feel a little weird, whatever the case may be. So maybe it's just messing with her decision making. Let's just say that, as far as what I took it. So whatever's in there is in there. So she gives homeboy the bottle. He keeps a hold of it, right? And as she goes out there, the first thing that one of the judges says, like, saying, ooh, he was like, hey, so once you lift up your shirt, saying, and, and she's like, what? And so he's like, you got a cute face or whatever I want to see, saying, and she's just like, whatever. She kind of ignores it. And then the other guy, goes on and is like, all right, what you got? What you got for us, right? So she goes on singing, and she's singing the song, anyone? Boom, 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 no. But she does her thing, man, and sings the song. And it's actually nice. Everybody liking it, and it that song's pretty dope. Saying if you actually sit down and listen to the lyrics and the song itself. And as it ends, the other judge, he's like, you know what? He's like, it was good. He's like, the best singing I ever saw on this show, in a while. And as, he's saying that, he's like, but I'm agree with the first judge, because the first judge, I guess he deals with the porn industry, right? And he's like, I'm agree with the first dude, and I'd rather see you naked, than singing, and they start going down that that whole rabbit hole. So then the lady judge, she starts engaging and saying the same thing, like, yeah, you do got a nice face, and there's a lot of singers, so we don't really need no singers, and there's a lot, it's oversaturated, and there's a lot of this and a lot of that, it's oversaturated. So pretty much crushing her dreams, but she's also drugged out, and they pretty much gaming her up, man. And they like, yeah, you do nice, you can do this and do that, and even the girls might even like you, so they just trying to game her up, and she's just sitting there like, what? But she's trying to talk like, yeah, I didn't come up here for that, I came to sing, and I ain't trying to, and but she's barely can get her words out. Homeboy's out there in the background tripping that came up there with her, like, no, they end up snatching him because he's probably about to be her, her conscience to kind of like, hey, don't do that. But, they take him out of there. She's still sitting up there, and they just, like, hey, well, what are you going to do? You don't have to do no, you don't have to go back on the bikes, that's how they live life, So she drugged out as well, and just kind of like sitting there and thinking about it, like, you're right, which is the sad part. So, but she still looks in her face like she didn't want to do it, like she got coerced into it, because we really didn't get a definite answer. It's just actually, we skip, some weeks later, and then you see the dude that gave her the 15 million merits sitting in his room, and like I said, he ain't got that much merits now. And as he's sitting in there watching, just watching the screen, because like I said, the attention is currency. Um, that commercial come up, and it's the girl that he gave the 15 million merits, and she's in there on them porn sites, and he's kind of like, man, and he don't want to see it, say he tripping out, but he ain't got enough money to skip the ad, so he just had to bear and watch it, saying the dun 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 dun. I know I'm cheesing because it's crazy, and it's like, yeah, damn. Sometimes you gotta laugh to keep from crying, right? But this ain't a crying situation. It's just crazy. Like, damn, what I'm saying? And so he just kind of like fed up with the whole situation. And since he's fed up with the whole situation, he embarks on a plan to like, all right, you know what? I'm sick of how we living and how they corrupting people and turning people out and doing all these things where people are just trying to live out their dreams and and they just trying to like, hey, we're gonna do this. Just you already know, man. It's just like when you look around, a lot of things is just like weird, and a lot of people just getting forced into things they shouldn't be getting forced into. And so, as he embarks on his plan, he actually, starts pedaling, going overtime, doing what he needs to do because he has a plan. So he starts building up, his 15 million merits because now he's going to go on the show, but he has a plan to, I want to say initially, I don't know if he wanted to make a point or he's trying to just kill himself or he's trying to kill with one of the judges. We don't know, but eventually, you see him grinding it out, get his money, the 15 million merits, and then he ended up buying the ticket so he can go ahead and appear on that American Idol type show, right? So he goes up there, and once again, you see the same girl that's been sitting up there for some weeks. First time the girl went, she still haven't been seen, but for whatever reason, it's like, yeah, we need an ethnic person, and so they end up picking the homeboy from Get Out, and he goes up there, and like I say, he has a shard in the back, and he goes out there and like act like he's dancing or whatnot. First, before he even go out there, they try to give him the little juice box, and he's like, "Nah, I got my own." Because once again he kept it from when homegirl went up there because he was kind of already skeptical when they gave her that. So he's like, "Nah, they already gave it to me back there." You know what I'm saying? So he was about to be drugged out and not making right decisions, right? And so she's like, "Oh, okay." So he went out there and he started doing his little dance, whatever that they thinking that it's like American Idol, his little dance for the American Idol show. And it's like, okay. And then it's like, all right, he kind of like, I don't know why he came out here wasting that time to do something like that, but that wasn't really what he was trying to do. And so at the end of the dance, he ends up grabbing the shard, and as he's grabbing the shard, he puts it on his neck, just said, hey, it's on the main artery, I'm about to, if y'all come over here and get one of your security guards, come get me off the stage, I'm on live TV, I'm gonna kill myself or whatever the case. And it's like, hey, chill out, chill out, chill out. And one of the judges is like, yeah, man, you better not, because you get it on me, I'm gonna bring you back to life and I'm gonna kill you again. And homeboy ain't he ain't he ain't phased by none of that. He's just like, well, I'm gonna tell it like it is. I'm sick and tired of you guys out here dictating how people should live their life and what they should be, So he's giving a big spiel on how sick society is, and we're just slowly making people sick, and sicker. And he's like, and you guys just sitting up here laughing, engaging it, and we're not making anything better, We're just like, all right, playing with people's lives, right? And as it goes on, here's the little kicker. Again, it pretty much they listening to him, they hearing him out, and the audience is listening to him, and they like, yeah, But as it goes on, they's like, you know what? They start hitting him with a proposal. It's like, you know what? That's brilliant. How about, he's like, how about you do a show like that on my network? One of the judges said, and you only got to do it 2 times a week, right? And you have all the amenities or whatever, all the good, just all the glitz and glam, but you just got to do that for 2 weeks, and you ain't got to go do the bicycle anymore, right? So he starts sitting there thinking, it's like, he starts thinking about it, and they start, trying to game him up as well. Hey, it's not oversaturated. We do need a lot of people, like that, and just be a little talk show. And, as it goes on, boom, we see homeboy up there doing his thing. similar like what I'm doing to y'all. And he got it, but now that's his prop. The homeboy got a knife right there, you know what I'm saying? And because that was what he brought to that American Idol show, so that's his prop. And he's just talking about, you know, taking people like how we got now. We got a lot of people that take you down rabbit holes. We got a lot of people that be having their different things about this and that, and really no solutions. Um, but it's just like, you know, and pretty much that's what he does 2 times a week. So you just see him going on in the spiel, and he's like, yes, but guess what? Wait till next time. I'm not gonna kill myself this time, and you know, it just kind of like shows how they capitalized on some actual real shit that he was trying to do, and he did it as well. You know, saying he's like, well, I'm gonna go ahead and just take, you know, saying the better side of the situation instead of, you know, riding on his bicycle. So you see him in his room, and you know he's in a bigger room than what he was. He was not in no cubicle, and got orange juice and all that good stuff. Get to see a fake forest for whatever it is. Like I said, they don't give you too much on what's going on with that society, but from what I can get from it, maybe it's like something happened where they in like a shelter, a bunker shelter type deal, and they gotta, you know, that's what people got to do to keep the electricity. And yeah, it's just kind of like when you look at society, that's just kind of like, you know, you can compare it to like, you know, that's just kind of like what we got going on. Some of us sit back like, man, but yes, that episode was deep, as it's just showing you like, hey, sometimes, you know, the glitz and glam ain't what it is. And, you know what I'm saying, just, you know, if you don't stand for something, you fall for anything, right? And also just watch out what you drink, right? Because I know homeboy was mad about homegirl. But yeah, it was a sad story, man, and how I ended it. And that's just like how Black Mirror is, man. Sometimes they just have some weird endings. Sometimes they got some good endings. So we will embark on this journey as we get to some more episodes. And some of them have, like I said, some good endings. So we can kind of touch on those when we do get to them. But episode 2 of Black Mirror season 1, that was 15 million merits. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. Because like I said, it's kind of like what I'm doing now. I'm going down some rabbit holes with them. But like I said, they actually, you can look at them and be like, is you trying to tell me something here? Right? So, yes. As always, let's go. We can go. Actually, like I said, I'll be meaning to bring this up instead of just chatting to y'all, just so y'all can have an idea. But I'll be getting in the flow. But as you can see, that's him and homegirl in the elevator. See, I could have been going down there. Yes. And that's obviously where you see them biking. That's homegirl. So they gaming her up right there. And that's homeboy when he came up there, you know what I'm saying, with the thing on his neck. Just letting them know, like, hey, I'm sick and tired of y'all shit. Something got to change around here. But yeah, man, 15 million merits, man. I don't think there's too many things on here to see. But yeah, it just goes through to show you, man, like, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Like I said, the one right here, these the bloaters, the blotters, however you want to say, in the yellow. So while they on the bikes, they just cleaning up whatever they got going on. And it's, yeah. And like I said, they just be degrading those people. But yeah, it's a cool episode. Like I said, when I started this journey, my Black Mirror journey, I actually started with this episode, but then I ended up going back to episode 1 just because I was like, man, let me just see. And I was like, I see why I could have skipped episode 1. But if you are journeying down it or haven't started and don't want to go into the pig situation, I would say this would be a good one to start. As you can see, or as you heard, and as I've been showing you, it's actually got a cool cast on there. Like I said, dude from Get Out. I don't know the rest, but for the most part, how the story is put together, good writer, and you know what I'm saying, they be doing their thing with those things. So where we at? We at 25 minutes. All right. Once again, I'ma holla at y'all, man. Thanks for stopping by. And that will conclude how deep that episode went.
When I go deep, I take you deep. You know you're fucked up when you let my mind creep deeper than the page of a book.
Let me look.
You let me hit the stage, now I got my folks up like deeper than deep dish hammers and bowls.
Alright, y'all. I'ma holla at y'all.
Fish in the O. I got my gun on standby like Coast Guard, Jibbo Sarge, you get your salty ass crumbled like dirt. You heard it here first with your master plan and reverse. I ain't really one putting the curse to this earth.
Yeah, nigga, we made it. And I can tell that they hate it.